can I test my fertility at home? There are a lot of tests that are available over the counter to test for your fertility at home itself. While it may be very convenient and simple to test for fertility at home, I should say that we should take all these tests with a pinch of salt, as nothing can probably replace the experience and advice that your fertility specialist may give. And the tests that they conduct in the clinic are far more accurate as well. So by going for these over-the-counter tests, at the most what we can do is we can probably screen ourselves for some kind of disorder, and once we detect these disorders, we would obviously go and meet the fertility specialist and take help, rather than taking and deciding the treatment by ourselves, as this may lead to a waste of time and we may end up taking the wrong treatment for the wrong reasons. Some of the fertility tests that can be taken at home may be in the form of a FSH kit, or it may be LH kit which predicts ovulation, or it may be for the male partner where it can be in the form of do-it-yourself semen analysis kits that are available. Then in addition, there are a lot of apps in the market which can help us predict when we are ovulating depending on the length of our cycle and the data that we enter, our body temperature and various changes in the cervical mucus that may occur. There is also what is known as the Ava fertility bracelet, which is some kind of it is worn at night and it can detect the body changes or the temperature or the heart rate and changes in the respiratory rate, and it is seen that all these changes may also be important to detect whether we are fertile or not. So how do these test kits work? So these test kits are mostly used to test the urine sample. So the FSH kit, like what I told you, it tests whether you have adequate number of eggs or not. So it works very much like a urine pregnancy test, where the early morning sample of urine is collected, and this particular test is a dipstick method, and you dip this test stick into the urine sample and leave it aside on the table for around 30 to 45 minutes. What is important is that this test needs to be done on the third day of the menstrual cycle, and if not, it can give inaccurate results. So this test generally gives a range and not any set value, and depending on whether it is normal or high, we can decide whether the person is fertile or not. So a high value of this FSH indicates that the number of eggs in our body may be depleting. So this again necessitates that we take the right treatment for this by meeting our fertility specialist. So another very commonly used and very habitually used test is the LH kit test. So this checks for ovulation. So what we do, this again is a urine test, dipstick test, and usually it is advisable to start testing from 9th day onwards at regular intervals, maybe daily or sometimes even alternate day, and we go on till the test shows us a positive result. So once the test shows a positive result, then this indicates that you have ovulated, and the possibility that if you have intercourse with your partner for the next 1 day or 2 days of you getting pregnant is quite high. So this test is very useful. However, it is a little inconvenient for those suffering from PCOD or who have irregularity of cycles, as you may need to do this test much more frequently, as ovulation may be delayed in such cases. Sometimes it may not happen at all. So you will end up testing for a very long period of time and may get disheartened. Another disadvantage is sometimes the ovulation and LH surge can occur within a time frame of 24 hours, and let's just say that we test beyond this time, then it may give us a false negative result and probably indicate that we've never ovulated at all, and we may miss that period. So which is why all these tests are just indicative of our fertility, but they are not totally diagnostic. And another test for the males involves the semen analysis test. This again is a simple test, and it comes with a container, and the test results are known once we see. It's a do it at home test. So here the semen sample has to be inserted into the container and allowed to stand for a couple of minutes, and during which it liquefies and the sperm swim up into the well above. So this again is a very subjective test, and it just tells us based on a certain hormone that is present on the certain chemical that is present on the sperm head. So it will only tell us the count of the sperms, that is the quantity of the sperms. The quality of the sperms is not revealed. So this should just be a screening test to just check whether we have a problem or not. And if we have a problem, it is better to get a detailed analysis done at any fertility center that may suit you. Thank you.